EA Sports and the International Federation of PGA Tours are proud to present a World Golf Championship. Today from Chambers Bay in Washington, live second round coverage of the EA Sports Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Out front, it's Max Homa. He's at 6 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer hoping to make a move here, 6 shots off the pace. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2. Walking the course today, let's bring in Notah Begay III.
159 yards left to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
This one looks right on point.
And first iron shot of the day, and absolutely pipes it.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round. And he's into red figures now at 1 under par. Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. So as long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards really, or just over 100 yards in for your second shot. A really good chance too to get off to a good start.
That is into the bunker. So birdie at the first, but he'll be hard-pressed, Frank, to make birdie from there, I would think.
Yeah, it's not out of the question, though, Rich. You know, with a good second shot, he should still be able to get this on the green. Not the best shot we've seen today, but when you consider that was set out of the fairway bunker, it certainly gets a pass grade.
Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. At the third tee now, Franklin, what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners. More like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Frank, standing here on the fourth tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
11 feet away. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he moves it to 2 under par. Well, Frank, here at the fifth, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right, and those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
122 is the number. Pin smack bang in the middle.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. And he's going to get this to 3 under par. Frank, now at the sixth, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
This a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. Any other club other than that one.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
This one working up the right side.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
Now Notah his second from the fairway.
156 yards left, pin sitting on the right.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay at -3. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it a hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
This is an 11-foot putt. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. Rounding out the front side here at Chambers Bay with a par 3, the 9th.
Well, the tee is nearly 100 feet above the level of the green, so you can see everything. This is one of the best views on the golf course. A fairly lengthy par 3. Obviously it's stout, just over 200 yards, but you can see the green off that elevated tee, and this requires your best shot.
That ball went straight down into the heavy rough.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Okay, not a bad recovery from out of the sand, and a chance, maybe, to limit the damage to one drop shot. You can see the frustration building. That is not a great putt there. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those two short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play it. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Kane cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really. Outside chance for birdie.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, here we are at the 11th. Frank, this is a brutally long par 4.
And a little bit blind, too. There's that big dune in the middle of the fairway, and it's sort of a bit daunting. You're not quite sure what's behind that. Well, what is behind that is actually fairway. And just carry it over there. That'll certainly shorten the hole up. And then from there, it's a little bit of a dogleg to the right.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Superb position right in the fairway and 200 yards to the flagstick. What a shot! Almost holds it from the fairway, and we'll have that left for a birdie. Incredible. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. And he will definitely not say no to that. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Oh, this is going to be way down there. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This one just about straight at it for eagle. some days you just can't miss, and this is one of those days. What a putt there as he'll walk away with an eagle. On to the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay. It's a par 4, and they call this one Eagle Eye.
Yeah, dogleg to the right, beefy par 4. You hit it down to one of the widest fairways on the golf course. And then up in front, if you look at the middle of the green, you're going to see one bunker. Needless to say, that's got to be avoided.
This starting toward the right side. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. A birdie opportunity here at 13.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge. Yeah, that's surprising. You wouldn't think he'd leave that short.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll remain at 4 under. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This whole 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
All right, Frank, what's the play into the green here?
Well, the green's got a little bit of a funnel effect. General contours slope right to left, and towards this green there is a little bit of a ridge and some mounding, short right. But just use those in your favour. The ball's going to do what Mother Nature wants it to do. You don't have to fight it.
Just a beautiful approach shot. It's about a 60% make percentage from here. This for birdie. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And he's going to get to within 2 of the lead as he moves to 5 under par. At last, Frank, a break from those long par 4s. We just played 5 par 4s in a row. Now the par 3 15th.
And also, as you can see in the distance, you can actually see a tree. It's one of the few that are on the golf course. Hence the name of 15. It's called Lone Fir. Not overly long, just a little short hole. But in the US Open, obviously they can play it at around 250 yards. It's just a fun par 3. But check where that flag is, because sometimes 3 is a good score here. But an easy flag position, and then go straight at it.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he's going to stay 2 back. Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Chambers Bay. How do you do it in the right way, Frank?
Well, when you look down this fairway, obviously everything slopes left to right. That makes this hole actually play a little bit more of a dogleg to the right, even though it doesn't look it. And then, of course, that green up ahead, it's like a tabletop. So precision here is absolutely paramount.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. A little under 90 yards left here for his second.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
This from 7 feet. Well read. That's Ian for a bogey 5. And he's going to fall to 3 shots off the lead. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3, you can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of the US Open.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realise that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
This starting up the right side. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Oh, that's not going to be good. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And this will be a 67 here in this second round. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number, see what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing well and sort of not struggling, but just mediocre. Putt goes in here or there. That could easily change tomorrow. Make a couple of birdies early, pop a long one in, and all of a sudden you're off and running.
So that's it for us. For Frank, Notah, Iona, and our entire crew, Rich Lerner saying, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour. EA Sports and the International Federation of PGA Tours are proud to present a World Golf Championship. Today from the Pacific Northwest and Chambers Bay Golf Course, live third round coverage of the EA Sports Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Notah Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. And we've got some drama brewing with a tie at the top at 11 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer needing to go low here, currently 8 shots off the front-running pace. This one starting a little left off the tee. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, it's 128 yards left to the flag today. Pin on the right-hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
This one has a chance to be close.
straight out of the gate. That's a great iron shot. In close.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. And he'll get it to 1 under now for the day. 4 under overall. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
That is into the bunker. So birdie at the first, but he'll be hard-pressed, Frank, to make birdie from there, I would think.
Yeah, it's not out of the question, though, Rich. You know, with a good second shot, he should still be able to get this on the green. I always knew when I was swinging well, fairway bunker shots from a long distance, you've got to hit it clean. But when you do, you can still hit it close. Great shot.
Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And he moves to 2 under for his round and -5 overall. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay at 5 under. Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards. That is going to come to rest squarely in the center of the fairway. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinches in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. And that's a long one, but ultimately, it winds up in the bunker. Going to have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
Ah, that took some guts too. That was a clean strike out of the fairway bunker. And to get it inside 10 feet, some doing.
Now a 7-footer. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain right where he is. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right, but find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par 4s. So good drive here, just a short iron in.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Frank, what do you think about this approach here at the 6th?
One of the few greens here that's protected on both sides. Rather narrow green, and you can see really what happens if you miss. Bunkers left and right. Plus there's a couple of ridges, so club selection is important here. Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And that's going to move him to 6 under par. Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
A huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hammocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that.
And that, not the way you want to follow up the birdie. It's into the bunker off the tee. Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short. Okay, that's out, but not his best right there. Yeah, easy to come up short on that one, but that's a decent effort. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And he'll fall back to 5 under. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5 and comfortably on for 2.
So now this, just inside 20 feet for eagle. Nope, didn't play enough of the break, and that'll be short as well. A great opportunity here for birdie. Okay, nicely done. It's a birdie at number 8. Will certainly help the cause. Finishing up our front side here at the 9th, it's a par 3. And Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's an absolute stunner, really, because of the views. And this is where you realize that links golf, minus trees and minus some of the things we see on other golf courses, can still look absolutely beautiful. But don't look at the scenery too much, because you've got, well over 200 yards here. Even though it's elevated, it still requires a good tee shot. But a little 2 here, and you might just have yourself a good outward 9.
Oh dear, that looks thick in there. "13 feet away." That's well done right there. A good save for par at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those 2 short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Second shot now from right at 100 yards.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Well, that's good touch right there. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 6 under par. Getting set to tee off at the 11th hole, long par 4, 537 yards. Frank, how do you play this hole with a bazooka?
Try and take that dune out of play, that's for sure, in the middle of the fairway. Bunkers down the left are more for scenic rather than they're not really problematic for the player off the tee. Just, as I said, hit it over that dune, and then really there's a ridge in the middle of the screen, so you've got to be on the right level.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green.
Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
This will move to his right for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And that'll move him to 7 under par. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
2, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. So this one gonna have to carry a long way. Surprised he's not taking driver out for this one. Is a long ways away, though it is for birdie. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And he'll stay at 7 under. 13th hole now. It's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday at golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Well, going to be a lengthy putt for birdie, but on a long approach like that, anything on the green is a welcome sight. Well, this one is looking good. Could it be? Oh, and that's really good. That put on the brakes just a little short, or he might have dropped that in. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point, the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot.
Frank, what do you want to do with the approach here at the 14th?
Just use that, the mounding that's sort of supplied there in front of you, the right side of the green, maybe kick it towards it. There is a sort of runoff area to the left, but then all of a sudden you're in the sand. So keep the ball slightly right of center.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Oh my goodness, he can't believe it. That looked to be in the cylinder but would not stay down.
Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit.
Frank, normally on a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees. But part of me wants to go up and hug this tree. But he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
Frankie should be pretty good by now. He's been in quite a few bunkers today.
I've lost count, Rich, but well, I guess every now and again you got to give the bunker play a workout.
Yeah, that'll do nicely. Just beyond the hole. Super job there out of the bunker. Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And he'll remain right where he is.
Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is a pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get into the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grab. Second shot coming up, just 97 yards left to the flagstick.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
"12 feet still to go."
Oh, right on line all the way. It is a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And that's going to drop him back to 4 under par.
Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realise that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
This one's starting a hair right.
Oh, talk about a friendly kick. I never got those. It could have stayed in the rough for the same price. That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
10-foot putt left.
That's a good putt to save par here at 18. And that will make this a sub-70 round of 69.
So for our featured golfer, some good playing and some favorable scoring conditions here on this Saturday. But they'll look up at that leaderboard and see they're still well back.
But
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Chambers Bay Golf Course just outside Tacoma, Washington, it's the final round of the EA Sports Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. The leader is Harris English. She's currently at 16 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer here, well back on the scoreboard and just looking to go out and make some birdies. And that'll do just fine. A good start to this final round, safely in the fairway at 1. Just over 90 yards, all that's left here for his second. Here we go.
Well, right off the range, and first iron shot in there, and it's in there tight.
4 feet, all that's left for birdie. Well done. That one rolled in for a birdie. And he'll get it into red figures for the day at 1 under par, 5 under overall. Now at the second and a medium length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here. Well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right, and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
No gimme here. Tricky one for birdie. So you can see, definitely not a gimme there. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll remain right where he is. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
This has a little bit of uphill to it, working back to the right at the end.
Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the two previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Even the short ones can jump up and get you sometimes. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that won't help the cause one bit.
Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right, and those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's